Hello my dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you mathematics in standard 7th. Today we are going to start our chapter number 12, perimeter and area. We will solve the questions from practice set 44. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my recent videos. Lesson number 12, perimeter and area. See children, this is not new topic to you all at all, because you all have studied about perimeter and area in your lower standards. So what we have studied in the lower standard, let's recall. Perimeter. The sum of lengths of all sides of a closed figure is the perimeter of that figure. So whichever closed figure is given to us, and if we want to find out the perimeter of that closed figure, what we have to do? We have to add all the lengths of all sides, and then we will be getting the perimeter of that particular closed figure. So here few formulas are also given. Perimeter of a polygon is equal to sum of lengths of all sides. Then we have given perimeter of square, 4 multiplied by side. So if perimeter of square of side A is there, its perimeter will be equal to 4A. And then perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 length plus 2 breadth. This is the formula for perimeter of rectangle. So perimeter of rectangle with length L and breadth B is 2L plus 2B. So let us see all this formula in more detail. Okay. So let's check. So children, we have seen these formulas. First, it was the sum of length of all sides of closed figure is the perimeter of that figure. So let us see any closed figure of so many sides. Perimeter of polygon, sum of lengths of all sides. As I have told you, polygon means a closed figure which is having many sides. So as you all can see, here I have drawn 3 figures. First is polygon. We can measure the side, we can count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sides are there. So if we want to find out the perimeter of this polygon, what we have to do? We have to measure the length of each side and then we will add. For example, length of this side. If I write here the points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and I. So what we have to do? We have to measure the length of side AB. Then AB, BC, CD, DE, EF, GF, GH, HI and AI. Then we have to add all the lengths. Length of AB plus length of BC plus length of DC plus length of DE plus length of EF plus length of GF plus GS plus HI and plus AI. In this way we have to add all the lengths to find the perimeter of this polygon. Okay, perimeter means addition of length of all sides. Now for perimeter of square, we are having the formula. What is that formula? Formula is perimeter of square is equal to 4 multiplied by side. Why 4 multiplied by side? Because in the square all sides are congruent. Okay, so in square all sides are congruent. If this side is A, this will be also A, this will be also A and this will be also A. So to find the perimeter, what we have to do? For finding the perimeter, to 4 multiplied by A we have to do. Otherwise it will be A plus A plus A plus A also. So A plus A plus A, what we will be getting? A plus A plus A plus A. 4 times A plus A plus A plus A we have done. So A plus 1A plus 1A plus 1A plus 1A. In the end we are getting 4A only. So instead of doing this addition, what we have to do? 4 multiplied by A. So if this side is 3 centimeter, so all remaining sides will be of 3 centimeter. So answer we will be getting 4 multiplied by 3. That means the perimeter will be 12 centimeter. If you add also, in the end you will be getting answer 12 centimeter, because 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. We will be getting 12 centimeter in the end. So for perimeter of square, we will have to apply this formula 4 multiplied by A, that is 4 multiplied by side. Now let us see a perimeter of rectangle, which is 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. So this is called the length of the rectangle, and these are the breadth of the rectangle. So the formula of to find the perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. So 2L plus 2B is the perimeter formula for rectangle. So otherwise also we will be getting 2L plus 2B, because the perimeter means addition of length of all sides. So if you add, this will be L plus B plus L plus B, correct? L plus B plus L plus B. So again we will be getting same thing. L plus L is 2L and B plus B will be 2B. So instead of doing this all addition, directly we can apply the formula 2L plus 2B. So if L is 5 centimeter, this will be also 5 centimeter. If breadth is 2 centimeter, this will also be 2 centimeter. So if you put the values, we will be getting 2 multiplied by length is 5 plus 2 multiplied by breadth is 2. So in this way we will be getting the answer 5 2s are 10 and 2 2s are 4. 10 plus 4 14. Okay, so if you apply the formula, you get the direct answer. Otherwise we have to keep on adding. 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 5 12, and 12 plus 2 14. So in the end answer will be same, but while solving the sums for perimeter of square and rectangle, we can apply these formulas. Formulas of perimeter of square is 4 multiplied by side, and perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus 2 into breadth. So we will solve the sums from practice set now. So children, let's start practice set 44. So see children, first question is, if the length and breadth of rectangle are doubled, how many times the perimeter of old rectangle will be that of new rectangle? That means there are two rectangles, old rectangle and new rectangle. In new rectangle, the length and breadth is double. Okay, so length of old rectangle is doubled in new rectangle, and breadth also is doubled in new rectangle. So let us draw these two rectangle. The old rectangle should look smaller than the new one. New one should look double of the first one. You should not take exact measurement, just draw rectangles. So as you all can see, I have drawn two rectangles here. This may be ABCD and this may be PQRS. These two rectangles I have drawn. In old rectangle, the length may be X. Okay, X centimeter I have taken X. So length is X and maybe breadth is Y. So in new rectangle, length is double, it has become 2x. Doubled means 2 multiplied by 2. Previously in the old rectangle, length was x. Now in the new rectangle, the length has become 2x. It was doubled. Now in the old rectangle, the breadth was y. Here in the new rectangle, it is doubled. That means it has become 2y. So in this way, length is doubled and breadth is also doubled. So what we have to find out? We have to find out how many times the perimeter of old rectangle will be that of new rectangle. So let us see how to solve this sum. Solution I have written. For perimeter we use some letter, so it becomes easy to write the steps of our solution. So let the perimeter of old rectangle be P1, capital P1 we write. Okay, it is old rectangle P1, and we have to suppose this. Okay, perimeter of new rectangle be P2, capital P2. So in this way we have taken P1 and P2 for to denote the perimeter of old rectangle and new rectangle. Now let us write the length and breadth. The length of old rectangle be x and breadth be y. Okay, so length is x and breadth be y. That means the perimeter formula we will be writing perimeter of rectangle. What formula we have seen just now? It is 2 into length, that is 2 length, plus 2 into breadth, that is 2 breadth. So first find out the perimeter of first rectangle, that is old rectangle P1. I have written here perimeter of first rectangle. 2 into length, length is x we have taken, plus 2 into y, that means breadth, breadth is y we have taken. So P1 we have got, this 2 we can take out common, 2 take out common, in bracket write down x from here and y from the breadth. So in this way P1, perimeter of first rectangle, we have got 2 into x plus y. Now what happened? The length and breadth is doubled. Now the length and breadth is doubled. So therefore the length of new rectangle become it will become 2x and breadth will become 2y, correct? And breadth will be equal to 2y. So new rectangle length and breadth is double. So in new rectangle length become 2x and breadth become 2y. Now let us find out the perimeter of new rectangle, which is P2. It will be 2 into length into breadth. So length plus breadth. So length is 2x plus breadth is 2y, correct? Perimeter of new rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Length is 2x and breadth is 2y. Again 2 is common here. So P2 is equal to 2 is common. And from this 2x plus 2y, again 2 is common. This 2 we have written from here, from the previous step. And from here we have taken out 2 common. What is remaining? X plus y now. And now P2 is equal to 2 2s are 4 xy. So perimeter of new rectangle is 4 into xy. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out how many times the perimeter of old rectangle will be that of new rectangle. To finding out how many times it will be, we will just find out the ratio. So let us find out the ratio of perimeter of new rectangle to old rectangle. Okay, we will first find out the ratio of perimeter of new rectangle to old rectangle. So perimeter of new rectangle is P2 and ratio means upon, we have to divide P2 upon P1. So P2 is, we have got 4 x plus y and P1 we have got 2 x plus y, correct? Now we can cancel this x plus y, and this 4 and 2 also can be cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So 2 upon 1 we are getting. Therefore P2 upon P1 is equal to 2 upon 1. Now if you cancel it, what we will be getting? P2 upon P1 is equal to 2 upon 1. Now we have to do cross multiplication. P2 into 1. P2 into 1 is P2 and 2 into P1. 2 into P1. Okay. Now P2 means what? Perimeter of new rectangle. Perimeter of new rectangle is equal to 2 multiplied by perimeter of old rectangle. That means what? Perimeter of new rectangle is double of old rectangle. How many times? It is asked how many times. How many times the perimeter of old rectangle? So perimeter of old rectangle is 2 times the perimeter of new rectangle. So let us write the answer. Therefore the perimeter of, see the question here, from the question only we will be writing the answer. How many times the perimeter of old rectangle will be that of new rectangle? So perimeter of, write the answer statement. I am writing from here. Therefore, the perimeter of old rectangle will be 2 times of perimeter of new rectangle. Okay, so we have got 2 times the new rectangle. Perimeter of new rectangle is equal to 2 times the perimeter of old rectangle. That means what? If the perimeter of new rectangle is 2 times the perimeter of old rectangle, correct na? So how many times the perimeter of old rectangle will be that of new rectangle? We have written here. If you want, you can continue with this sentence also. If the length and breadth of rectangle are doubled. Okay, if you want, you can write the answer in this way. Otherwise, if you write till this, it is okay. Perimeter of old rectangle will be 2 times of perimeter of new rectangle. So this way we have to write this full solution. That means what? If the perimeter, that means what? If the length and breadth is doubled, perimeter is also doubled. Okay. So here the length and breadth of rectangle is doubled, then perimeter of the rectangle is also doubled. This conclusion we can come to. Now see the next question, children. If side of square is tripled, now the figure is of square and its side is tripled. Previously, whatever the side was, for new square it is tripled. So let us start our solution by writing perimeter as P1 and P2. We have to find out how many times the perimeter of first square to the new square. So we write, let the perimeter of first square, as here it is first and new square is given, so we will be using same words. Perimeter of first square be capital P1. Okay, first square we are using P1, and the perimeter of new square be capital P2. Okay, now what we have to do, we will be taking any side for this old square or first square. It can be x. So one side is x, that means all 3 sides remaining will be x. Now the side is tripled in the new square. Triple means multiply by 3. So it has become 3x. So all sides will be 3x. So we write, let the length of side of first square be x. Okay, length we have taken x, and therefore perimeter of square formula we will be using. What is perimeter of square formula? We have seen 4 multiplied by side, and therefore perimeter of first square P1 is equal to 4 multiplied by side. Side is x. So 4 multiplied by x, that means P1 is equal to 4x. We are getting perimeter of first square as 4x. Now let us find out the perimeter of new square. The side of square is tripled. So I am going to write here, the side of square is tripled. Triple means it has become 3 times of the old square or first square. So therefore the side of new square will become, previously in the old square side has we have taken as x. So in new square it is 3x. Tripled means it has become 3x now. And therefore perimeter of new square again same formula, 4 multiplied by side we can write, and 4 multiplied by side p2. 4 multiplied by side is 3x. Now side we have got 3x. So perimeter of second square or perimeter of new square p2 is equal to 4 3s are 12x. So in this way we have got perimeter of both the squares, first square also and new square also. Now we have to find out how many times the perimeter of first square to that of new square. So again, to finding out how many times, what we have to do, we will be finding out the ratio. So let us write the ratio. Ratio of new square to the first square. Okay, new square to the first square. So new square is p2, first square is p1. So p2 upon p1, ratio of new square upon ratio of old square or first square. p2 we have got 12x, p1 we have got 3x, x cancel, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So we have got p2 upon p1 is equal to 4 upon 1. Nothing is there means 1. Now cross multiply. Therefore p2 is equal to 4 into p1. 4 multiplied by p1. That means what? Perimeter of new square is equal to 4 times of perimeter of first square. Perimeter of new square, p2 is perimeter of new square. So perimeter of new square is equal to 4 times perimeter of first square. So therefore we write the answer. Perimeter of new square will be 4 times perimeter of first square. Okay, perimeter of new square will be 4 times perimeter of first square when or if the side of square is tripled. In this way we have to write the answer statement and this full solution. See children, these diagrams we are drawing only for reference. It is not needed in the solution. You can directly write the solution in this way. Next question is given alongside the diagram of playground. It shows the length of its side. Find the perimeter of playground. Now as you all can see, this playground, these are having so many sides. One side, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. 6 sides are there. That means this is a polygon. To find the perimeter of polygon, we have to add all sides. So the length of this side is known to us, length of this side is known to us, this and this. That means length of 4 sides is known to us. Length of remaining 2 sides are not given. So first we have to find out length of this remaining 2 sides and then we will add length of all sides to find out the perimeter. So let us draw this diagram in solution. As you all can see, I have drawn the diagram. Now see children, to find the lengths of these remaining 2 sides, we require to draw perpendiculars. From this side, I will be drawing the perpendicular on the base side. As you all can see, this is perpendicular drawn here. Now, from this side, I will be drawing the second perpendicular horizontal line, which will be perpendicular. Okay, so these are the perpendicular lines which we have drawn. And due to this, we can see there are there are 3 rectangles. So this we can write it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so we can see these three rectangles. First one is A, B, C, H. Second one is C, D, E, F. Third one is C, F, G, H. So we write three rectangles. Draw perpendicular segments. Which segments we have drawn? Seg CF, this one is CF, and seg CH. We will get rectangle A, B, C, H, rectangle C, D, E, F, correct? This is C, D, E, F, and third rectangle is rectangle C, F, G, H. C, F, G, H. What is the property of rectangle? Property of rectangle is opposite sides of rectangle are congruent. So write here opposite sides okay. So first we write from rectangle ABCH in rectangle ABCH. ABCH. Write the opposite sides, names of opposite side. Side AB and side CH are congruent. These are opposite side, but CH we don't require. Yes, we require CH also. So AB is equal to CH. AB is equal to CH is equal to. AB is 10 means CH is also 10 meter. So it is 10 meter. Now again, which are two opposite sides? BC and AH. BC is equal to AH is equal to. Now BC is 15. That means AH is also 15 meter. So in this way, this CH we have got 10 meter and this AH we have got 15 meter. Now find out next rectangle. In rectangle CDEF. CDEF. Let us find out the opposite side. Now CD is congruent with EF. Correct? CD is equal to FE. So write CD is equal to FE. Now CD is 5 meter. That means FE is also 5 meter. So I am going to write here 5 meter. Now DE is 15 meter. So CF is also 15 meter. So DE is equal to CF, which is equal to 15 meter. Now write down the third rectangle. In rectangle, write the third rectangle. What is the name of third rectangle? CFGH. CFGH. Write the names of opposite sides. Opposite sides are CF and HG. CF is equal to HG is equal to HG is CF is 15. So HG will also be 15 meter. It is 15 meter. Now CH and FG or HC is equal to GF. You can write anything. CH is equal to FG. Now CH is 10. So FG is also 10 meter. So in this way we have got the measurements or length of all sides. So for finding the perimeter of this playground, we will add all the sides. So let us write, therefore perimeter of playground. Write the name A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. So we add all these sides. AB plus BC plus CD we don't require to write H because it is GA. This side is GA. So we don't require to write, but this GA is made up of GH and HA. So we will add that side also. Okay. So CD, what I have written, AB, BC, CD plus DE plus, now this GE means FE plus GF. So I am going to write here EF plus GF. Now next, this full AG means GH plus HA. In this way we have added all the sides, AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus EF plus GE, because this full side is made up of these two small segments, and then this full side is made up of these two segments. So now add, write all the measurements and then add. Now AB is how much? 10. BC is how much? 15. CD is 5. DE is 15 plus EF. EF is 5. GF. GF. Where is GF? GF. FG and GF are same. It is 10 plus. Now GH. Where is GH? GH and HG are same. It is 15. And then last one is HA. HA means AH, which is 15 again. Now add all the sides. 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 5, 30. 30 plus 15, 45. 45 plus 15, 60. 60 plus 30, 90. So 90 meter we are getting the perimeter of this playground. Question number 4. As shown in the figure, 4 napkins, all of the same size, were made from square piece of cloth of length 1 meter. So this is a square piece of cloth whose length is 1 meter each. Okay. So because it is square, that means all 4 sides are congruent, all 4 sides are equal. If one side is of 1 meter, all 4 sides, remaining all 3 sides are of 1 meter. So this is a square piece of cloth and whose length is 1 meter. And 4 napkins, all of same size, were made from a square piece of cloth. From this square piece of cloth, 4 napkins are made. Okay. So what is the question? What length of lace will be required to trim all 4 sides of all the napkins? That means we have to find out the length of lace required to trim the 4 sides of napkin. So first let us write the about this square piece of cloth. Solution we are starting. Okay, what is given here? The square piece of cloth of length 1 meter. So I am going to write here length of square piece of cloth is equal to 1 meter. Correct. Now as it is 1 meter, we will first write what is made from is 4 napkins, all of same size. Right here. 4 napkins, all of same size, were made from square piece of cloth. As shown in figure. Okay. So if you observe the figure carefully, what we can see that this is full 1 meter, and then the napkins are cut from this. The small napkins are cut from this full piece. So if this full size is 1 meter, so side of length 1 napkin, length of one side of a small napkin will be half of the length of side of this full square piece. Can you see here? If this full length is 1 meter, its half will be the length of side of this napkin. So therefore, the length of side of the napkin is equal to 1 upon 5. Sorry, 1 upon 1 meter upon 2. It is half of this 1 meter. So it is 1 and 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 means how many it is? It will be 0.5 meter. Correct now? It is 0.5 meter. Like this, 1 divided by 2. So we cannot divide it. So we have to put the 0. After that, 1 will come again. For after this, we put 0. After 1, we have to put 0. And for this 0, we have to put a point here. And 2 5s are 10. In this way, we get 1 divided by 2. Answer is 0.5 meter. So length of side of one napkin is 0.5 meter. So in this way, these small napkins, napkins of 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter of length are cut from this full square. And now what we have to find out, how much lace is required for all these 4 napkins. We will get 4 napkins now. 4 napkins of 0.5 meter each. This is third, this is fourth. In this way, 4 napkins will be cut from this one square piece. So length of side of one napkin is 0.5. We want to find out the length of lace required to trim all these 4 napkins. So first we have to find out the length of lace required to trim one napkin. So that means what? We have to find out the perimeter of this one small napkin. So we will be writing, therefore perimeter of one small square napkin. The pieces are also square. The napkins are also square in shape. So perimeter of one small square napkin. What is the formula of square? 4 multiplied by side. As we all can see here, the side length is 0.5 for one napkin. So 4 multiplied by 0.5. What we will be getting? 4 5s are 20. So here it is 0.5. After 0.1 digit is there. So in answer also we have to put after 0.1 digits. So that means what? 2 meter. 2 meter of lace is required. Perimeter of one napkin is 2 meter. That's why 2 meter of lace is required to trim one small napkin. Therefore 2 meter of lace is required to trim one small napkin. So we have to find out the length of lace required to trim all 4 napkins. Therefore, the length of lace required to trim all 4 napkins So length of lace required to trim one napkin is 2 meter. 2 meter lace is required to trim these 4 sides of one napkin. So for 4 napkins we will be requiring 4 multiplied by 2 meter is equal to 8 meter. So in this way we require 8 meter of lace to trim all 4 napkins. In this way you can solve the sum. There are various methods to solve this sum, but you have to solve by valid method. Okay. So in this way this practice set 44 all the sums are over.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.